Welcome, Aries. This is your weekly Teroscope reading for June the 13th through to the 19th, 2016. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we begin, thank you. Thank you so much for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. You guys rock. Thank you so, so much. Now let's get right to you. We have the Page of Pentacles as our very first card. So we are essentially holding that pentacle like it is a crystal ball, looking into our tomorrow, seeing the new path that can be formed for growing our dreams, our desires. And there's a lot of fog, so I don't think there's so much confusion as we can't really see the end result. We can't really see where these next footfalls will actually lead us. And the Fool is right next to it, so even more so. I mean, the Fool is partially, we have to kind of step off the cliff. We kind of have to hope that we're going in the right direction. Now, this, again, is new paths, new dreams, new ambitions. This could be new relationships opening up in our life this week, where we can see a glimmer of something forward. And then we have the Eight of Cups. So, again, the new path. Now, with this card, things can be changing in our life. We can be looking at relationships differently. We can be looking at situations, things that have given us strength, courage, support, love, can be changing in our life this week. And changing in a good way, because it lets us go forward. It lets us go forward to grow our independence, to walk into our dreams. Okay? This is very much the child that grows to adulthood and leaves the parental home. So they leave the parental home to grow in their own self-confidence, to grow their independence, grow their dreams. But they don't close the door on the parental home. Rather, it changes. It changes in structure, and how it once gave love, now it gives love in a new way, or it gives support in a new way going forward. And we have the Eight of Pentacles crossing over the Fool, actually. So this is hard work, but this is us raising the bar on what we do, on what we want in life. So we could be really reaching out to brand new paths and knowing it's going to take a lot of work and knowing that we have what it takes in order to go forward. So this is growing our self-confidence. This is growing our awareness of what we can do, of what we can master, of what we can become. We have the Five of Swords as our underlying energy. Now, being the underlying energy, I would think that it's what people say and what people do around you that really inspire you to move in one direction or another. So pay attention to what people are saying to you, on how they raise you up, on how they tear you down. Because that is what's going to give you the thoughts, give you the presence of mind to move forward in a certain direction, in a certain way. We have the Hangman as our overriding energy. So this is about meditation. This is about prayer. This is about wanting to bring balance into our life. And how do we bring that balance in? How does everything fit together? And so that is probably going to be the strongest point in our mind this week, on how everything fits, how everything connects, how everything moves forward together fluently, with a flow, with a connection. We have the Knight of Wands. So this could very well be something from our past coming in to remind us of the wisdom that we've gained, to grow in a certain way. Now, 9 times out of 10, this is, and especially where it's setting, this is probably something where somebody from long ago doesn't knock on your door, but rather you have that deja vu moment, or you start to reminisce. And it brings you back to a place in time of what you went through. And not to attach you emotionally to it, but rather to see the lesson that you walked through in order to gain the wisdom that you walked away from the experience with, because you're going to need that wisdom in the upcoming, I would think, weeks or months. The Knight of Swords. So you have an energy about you this week. You have a bounce in your step. You feel like you can succeed. You feel like you're going forward in the right direction. You are ready to champion that cause, and I do hope that cause is you. As we go into the weekend and into next week, we have the King of Pentacles. So it's your thoughts, it's your creativity, it's your thinking that brings in new experiences, new paths, new ways of doing things, new relationships. And it's coupled with the Seven of Swords and Temperance. So it's really knowing what we need to go forward with on our path in order to bring in that balance. So where the Hangman really brought us into thinking for the whole week of how to have that balance be. Now we are really thinking about what fits and what doesn't fit, what really needs to stay in our life and what needs to go in our life in order to move forward with the strength. For love relationships, we have the Five of Wands. Now, I would think that you have strength within people this week, so it is getting together with friends and family. New love, well, we have the Page of Pentacles right next to the Fool, so that could definitely bring in new relationships, absolutely. And there's people here, so it's getting together with friends, it's getting together with family, it's meeting people through other people. Now, if you are in a relationship, it's getting together with close friends, family. It's bringing in those bonds even stronger, showing that there is a larger support system than just the two of you, and growing from that stage. So get together with friends, get together with family, throw a party if you must. Okay, get together and realize that there is a whole network of support that will support the two of you on your journey forward. And for money, finances, career, we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is your yes card, so expect good things to happen this week when it comes to your finances, when it comes to jobs, when it comes to creating your future in career. Okay, the Ten of Pentacles is the yes card. So if you are working hard, and we have the Eight of Pentacles there saying that we will be working hard, and you are focused on certain things happening in your life this week, or certain things happening on your path, know that this is the yes card. Know that good things are happening. This is a week to get out there and hand out your resumes if you are looking for work. This is a week to go to the bank and renegotiate your mortgages and your loans, and maybe it's looking at investments because you're strong this week. You will make the right choices this week. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.